Welcome to Nigeria history, pre-colonial history in Nigeria. Government was in place in each of the ethnic groups before the coming of colonial masters, though as traditional political system in several parts of Nigeria, which had all the principal organs of government with the principle of checks and balances applied in some of them. So, for the ignorant foreigners to say Africa, Nigeria's case study, did not have any form of government before their coming is a great mistake. Administration in Hausa-Fulani land before colonialism, the territory known as the Northern Nigeria was divided into 14 independent kingdoms under the rule of Hausas, but as a result of Jihad or Holy War of 1804, the Hausas were defeated by the able leadership of great Muslim leader Uthman Dan Fodio led Fulanis, after which the Hausa Kingdoms were abolished and Fulani Emirates were established. Each emirate was headed by an emir. The system was autocratic in nature. Each emir as a political, administrative, religious or spiritual leader of his people appointed a number of officers assigned to work with him on specific duties. One of them is Waziri. He was the senior officer who acted as the prime minister and also was the emir administrative advisor. Number 2, Madawaki. He was the commander of the army or the cavalry. Number 3, Galadima. He was the administrator of the capital. Number 4, Sakin Fada. He was the head of the palace workers. Dogari. He was the police chief. The judicial wing of this Fulani Emirate was based on Sharia laws. Administration in Yoruba land before colonialism, using Oyo Empire as a case study, which saw the king Alaafin of Oyo as a supreme king, was monarchical in nature. Alaafin was not a dictator. He ruled in accordance with the council of Oyomesi, though the Alaafin had to seek the advice of the Oyomesi, but he was not under compulsion to take to all pieces of advice given by the Oyomesi. On the other hand, the members of the council known as Oyomesi was made up of 7 notable leading chiefs who were not from royal family but served as kingmakers aided by Bashorun. They acted as organs of checks and balances to the excesses of the king of the empire. It was also the constitutional function of the Oyomesi to remove or impeach the king when unusual behaviors which could damage or tarnish the image of the entire kingdom in any way were noticed in him. Then he would be summoned and asked to open an empty calabash, after which Bashorun would announce the rejection to the general public. Apart from the Alaafin and the Oyomesi, Ogboni was the third organ headed by Olowu, whose constitutional function was to check the excesses of the Oyomesi, such as the rejection of Alaafin, and also to mediate between the Alaafin and the Oyomesi. The fourth and the last organ was an army organization headed by an army general, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, appointed by the Alaafin, which would be subject to the approval of Oyomesi. The group was constituted to defend the territory integrity of the empire. Pre-colonial administration in Igbo land. Unlike Yorubas and Hausa-Fulanis, which there was no central authority in the Igbo land before the coming of the colonial masters. What was on the ground as at that time was a diffusion of political authority into different groups like village elders, the Ozo title holders, the age grades, Ofo title holders, the finals, etc. It was based on the village and direct democracy, where everyone in the village had the authority to contribute in the decision making Each family head in the village held Ofo title and altogether formed the Council of Elders, headed by a family head that was considered to be the most senior in the village. The council would meet over important issues on the welfare of the entire village, safety and development. The Council of Elders were believed to be earthly representatives of the Igbo ancestors. They maintained the age-long traditions, customs, and laws of the land against misbehavior or immoral act, in which suitable punishment will be meted out to each perpetrators. The age grades served as police or army. In a nutshell, the pre-colonial administration was not limited to only the 3 sampled ethnic groups. Each of more than 250 ethnic groups had our own form of government. Till we meet on our next episode, remain blessed. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.